The Nevada lawmaker who is freed from jail is expected to break his silence today at a news conference. We have a live report from Carson City.
Well, after being shut down for more than a year today, the Verdi Post Office is finally opening up its doors again. We're going to hear from locals who are pretty excited about it. Plus, President Obama becomes only the 17th president to join in a second oath. We're going to have a full wrap of yesterday's inauguration celebrations coming up on this Tuesday, January 22nd, 2013.
You're watching News 4 Today in high definition.
Good Tuesday morning. Thank you for choosing us to start off your day. I'm Melissa Carlson, in for Bill Frankmore. Don't worry, he will be back tomorrow. Whew, this shift is a difficult one. Hey, if you have not peeped outside as of yet, take a look. Pull open those shades a little bit. There is a gorgeous moon out this morning. This morning? Yeah, this morning. Absolutely beautiful. So why is it so big or seems so big? Jen Wall's going to be explaining, plus taking a look at our forecast. We've got a little bit of a warm-up on the way. Not too bad of temperatures yesterday, right? Felt almost a little bit balmy. Pretty nice. She's going to be with us in just a few to talk about the temperatures for today and for the rest of the week. But first, Nevada Assemblyman Stephen Brooks is out of jail following an arrest on Saturday. Brooks was taken into custody after threatening to harm another Nevada lawmaker. These are the allegations. News 4's Alex Sachs is in Carson City, where Brooks is going to hold a press conference at about 10 a.m. this morning. Alex.
Good morning, Melissa. We are outside the legislative building in Carson City, where Brooks is expected to break his silence since he's been freed from jail. He's asked for privacy, so we are all waiting and interested to see what he is going to release and comment on in the press conference later on this morning. Now, Brooks spent just over 24 hours in a Las Vegas jail after threatening violence against Assembly Speaker Marilyn Kirkpatrick. Both serve on the Ways and Means Committee, and both are scheduled to participate in a pre-budget hearing this Wednesday. Our sister station in Las Vegas, News 3, did speak with Rick Combs of the Legislative Council Bureau. He says they still are trying to determine what happens next procedurally.
Right now, in addition to just trying to make sure that everyone feels comfortable and safe and all of that, we're also trying to do our best to research what the various options would be based on what questions we might get asked from the legislature.
A police source tells our News 3 sister station in Las Vegas that Brooks tried to reach out to police in Las Vegas before his arrest, saying he was afraid he might hurt someone. Now, Brooks is about 40 years old and is a father of 4, and we are expected to see him at this press conference at 10 a.m. this morning. We will be sure to bring you the latest as we continue through this live morning coverage in Carson City. We'll bring you more details as the story develops, and we will be at that press conference at 10 a.m. Melissa, back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you. We're going to have much more on this story coming up for you today on the Forum and, of course, at noon. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick look outside this morning, see how our Tuesday, I'd like to say Saturday, I almost did, but
working in the morning on a Saturday, so
yeah,
I don't know.
So a little bit of delusion for a second, but back to reality. Here we go. And hey, if you haven't taken a chance to look outside as of yet, gorgeous moon this morning, Jen.
Yes,
what is going on?
Absolutely incredible. I really wish I was able to see it, but if we can just go straight to the weather graphics, we'll show you. Thanks to Karina Woodbury for snapping this one. So in the TV screen, it's a little tough to see Jupiter. It's off to the right of the moon, but basically Jupiter, the second brightest planet, very close to the moon overnight. It appeared less than about a finger width away. It's something we don't typically get to see, and so if you missed it, you actually have another chance on March 17th, so just about a month or 2 months away. Looking outside at your temperatures outside right now, 20 degrees at Reno, pretty hazy conditions once again. Good news though, air is expected to clear by tomorrow. It should completely wash out our skies, something we definitely need right now. As for your morning temperatures, 2 below at Winnemucca and 5 below at Elko, so a slight improvement from 20 below, 15 below, even 10 below in north central and northeastern Nevada. 41 south at Las Vegas and 37 at Sacramento this morning. Your temperatures overnight stayed pretty typical in the mid to upper 20s as of about 10 p.m. and we have a really nice warm up in the forecast ahead tomorrow. Cannot wait to welcome the mid 50s. Breezy conditions as well, so it might feel a little cooler outside, but for the most part our air quality is going to significantly improve.
50s with a breeze compared to the 20s and 30s we had last week.
It's going to be really nice there. And coming up next in my full forecast, we'll have a look at your Reno temperatures as well as your South Lake Tahoe forecast.
Love it, Jen. Thank you very much. Well, the United States Postal Service in Verdi is reopening its doors today after fire damage kept the post office closed for over a year. News 4's Alex Sachs met up with community members out in the Verdi area and got their reaction to the news.
To this community, it was more than just a post office.
It's the main point of where we get our mail. It's like a small town in the Midwest. Everybody goes there, you talk to everybody, you meet people.
I've been disabled for a while, and being able to walk to the post office is exercise for me.
The Verdi post office has been closed for more than a year. Police say 36-year-old Justin Bennett allegedly went on a violent crime spree and caused a fire at the post office on Christmas Day 2011.
I smelled smoke in my house, and I looked out, and everything was just solid. You couldn't see anything. It was too late.
Leaving a community of more than 775 people without their local post office.
We don't have the gas money to always go out and get mail, so maybe once a week.
To say the community is ready for their post office to be back could be an understatement.
I think the whole town just is going to be static over it. It was such a pain having to go all the way down to McCarran every day and get your mail. And you had to wait in line, and it was like an icon here.
That was Alex Sachs reporting. The post office's new operating hours are going to be open Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 4:30. And later on News 4 today, we're going to talk about one of Verdi store owners and talk to them a little bit about what they think about the post office being open, and that this post office, or this individual, had been going to this post office for more than 50 years. We're going to have their story coming up later in the show. Well, a scary moment for employees at the Goodwill off of Audi Boulevard on Monday. Police say while opening boxes full of donated items, employees found a hand grenade in one of the boxes. Officers say that the employees immediately evacuated the building and called police. Members of the bomb squad responded and removed the grenade. It's unknown at this time whether the hand grenade was an actual explosive device or an inert training device. We'll keep you posted when we find out more information about that. Thousands of Medicaid recipients in Nevada could be required to contribute a $4 copay for a visit to the doctor's office starting in 2015. The Department of Health and Human Services has released new regulations on what states may charge for copayments under the Affordable Care Act when it goes into effect. Nevada Governor Brian Sandoval has called for Medicaid patients to make a contribution towards the cost of their own care. Well, it was a party like none other. We're going to take you to the behind the scenes of yesterday's star-studded inauguration. And could a Canadian be behind the attack and hostage situation in Algeria? More on that story coming up.